Sing it with me. Oh, my dream come true for me and for you. The dream, the impossible dream. Join Conrad O'Brien.
Indeed, indeed, a very, 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 very morning to all in the reach of my voice. Not hearing myself. All in the reach of my voice. My name is Conrad O'Brien, and indeed, it's a pleasure being with you on the 93. Indeed, uh, I must say that it has been a glorious weekend, and I must say that the best news that I've received over the weekend is out of New York from my son and his mother, where my son, Tino Delano, he had accepted Christ, Lord and Savior, as his personal Savior, and he got baptized yesterday. So, Tino, congratulations to you and the journey that you're embarking on, rather, to follow the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Wish you all the best in that sojourn, my son. May God continue to bless you and you continue to be the great um, son that you are, and continue to work and your dreams, your personal dreams, and indeed your spiritual pathway that you have now embarked on officially. May God continue to bless you and keep you. All right? I'll get that one out of the way quickly, even before I introduce the program. So, welcome to your program, your mid morning number one fix at the national level with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. It's Monday, August 10, 2026. We're coming to you live from the studios here at Sleek Radio 93 FM, right here and the UWI campus Mona in the parish of St. Andrew, Jamaica. The numbers to call 876-212-9824. That's the straight line number 876-212-9824. And your WhatsApp line 876-462-0919. We're streaming live via www.sleekradio.com. We're also up on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. And of course, it's a Monday. And we will be simulcasting with our friends at Fit 96.7 FM down there in Trelawney. Julia Meekle and the team, they will join us after the 10 o'clock break. Indeed, to advertise with us, please call our sales agent at 876. That's 876 427 9955. Again, 876 427 9955. You can also send us an email at our sales department at sales@sleekradio.com. Indeed, let me also just share with you, my valued listeners, to the program. You have been accustomed to me early in the piece doing 2 days on the program, Mondays and Tuesdays. And indeed, we move from the 2 days to I become a staple here 4 days per week, Mondays to Thursdays. Indeed, the management of the station have been, they're doing some recalibration, as it were, different things, nothing remains static. So there will be some changes. I will have another host at the national level that will be, and I'll share that with you as we go along. But suffice it to say that I will be here by myself 2 days, and indeed my co-host will be on the other 2 days. We are working through the Fridays. We may very well be together on the Friday, and but that's a work in progress. We will share that with you as soon as the management team work that out. Richard and of course Mr. Bellamy and Keisha and whoever else that will they will basically deal with those housekeeping matters. Of course, I am delighted to continue to be a part of the team here. I am a consummate professional person and an ultimate team player. So, that's the lay of the land. So get used to it. So you will have maybe more diversity. Maybe some people believe that yours truly have a particular flair, and there is also another level of you know, whatever is needed. So all in all, we will be welcoming our, certainly I will be welcoming my co-host in a very, very special way. And I know that she will do well right here at the national level and Sleek Radio. As I said before, we will share with you the days and all of those niceties as we go along. Indeed, where are we going with the program this morning? Coming up momentarily will be Conrad Steak, and our guest will be at 10:10 this morning. He will be Mr. St. Patrice Ennis. He is the president for the Joint Trade Union Congress. We will be talking to him about the discussion, or certainly the proposal as it relates to the wage agreement for our public sector workers. So stick and stay with us for that. And of course, you, our valued listeners and callers, will start taking your calls at 9:35 this morning. We look forward to engage you. Let's hear from our sponsor for Conrad Steak.
Conrad Steak is brought to you by Mars Group of Companies, where information meets impact.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Madam Producer, for that. As we say, thanks to our friends and our supporter, Mars Group of Company. I want to say good morning to the man himself, Dr. Jason Stanford, and his team at Mars Group of Company. Continue to do well in so many areas, medical area, agriculture, and just a litany of things that the Mars Group of Companies are engaged in. We crave your indulgence for your support for them, as we want you to support those who definitely support us, those who have been here with us through thick and thin, ensuring that we continue to get the business done right here and Sleek Radio 93 FM. And oh my, aren't we anticipating and waiting that we will have a flurry of advertisers coming on board? We await them, as this is the place to be, the place to advertise, the place to give your sponsorship, and we're looking forward to that. All right, so that said, welcome to another edition of Conrad Steak, my opening commentary, my editorial piece. The communication have been thick and fast over the last few weeks, months, even, as it relates to the condition of our educational facilities, our schools. And of course, we have been hearing from various players, may it be parents, teachers, students themselves, and indeed the administrators, talking about the perilous condition that they have to be carrying out the teaching and learning process in. And of course, the lack of, attention, or as it were, or swift attention from the powers that be to ensure that our school plans are, are being dealt with in a very timely and swift manner. Whatever bureaucracy is causing that, I don't know. But certainly, we have heard the commissioners, those persons who are, in charge of looking at the school plans and so on. We understand that they are having great difficulties. We heard just last week where the teachers, parents, and so on, they're planning to go down on go take the street down there in Savannah Lamar and protest at one of the oldest high school. Is it the oldest or the second high school? I think Woolmer's Boys may be the oldest, and of course that um high school down there in the Manning School, maybe the second oldest. I'd stand corrected there, but I know that I think it's between Manning's High and Woolmer's, who that may be the two oldest high school that we have in Jamaica. So we are hearing from the the connection at Manning School that they are planning to take to the street because certainly deadline and startup date and all of those sort of things have been missed. We are hearing from other school principal down there in Hanover, where they're saying that the startup date to get things going have been missed for about 4 times and so on. And all over the country, we're having that kind of communique from the relevant authorities. We know that NARA is said to be the end all and be all of all things here in Jamaica. Still fledgling. As a matter of fact, we understand that the man who is heading NARA, he's off to Peru. I think it's Peru, to basically look at best practice there. He will be there for about 5 days or so. I think he returned on Friday or Saturday of this week. So we watch to see what will happen there. But all in all, it's a grave concern as to what will happen come September morning in terms of the teaching and learning process at our school by way of the facilities there. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. We're talking about one of our greatest material, our human capital, our youngsters, the future of Jamaica. So we want the best for them. So all in all, I'm hoping that whoever is handling these things will get nimble, whether it is to sign off on contracts, whether it is to just the allocation of funds to get these things done, whatever it is, we want the school plants to be up and running. Time is certainly a factor. One would expect that as it is now, we would have some 24 hours work taking place in our school plants. Is that going on? Question, is that going on? Are we looking at these things to basically having work done 24 hours per day to ensure that we don't miss a beat in getting things done so our students, our youngsters can be back at school with a modicum of decency come September morning 2026. Now, I must go there where I'm going. My phone rang off the hook. Messages was going in the hundreds coming through. And I must say that the first call that I received was from a card-carrying member of the Jamaica Labour Party, bringing to my attention information that was coming to her about the situation, up to now, It may be an allegation because I have not heard any confirmation or denial coming from officialdom. But it has to do with Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Minister Desmond McKenzie, being questioned about his health, that there may have been a health scare sometime last week, and he was basically taken out of the island. I don't know, I don't get any confirmation on that. But certainly what I said to everyone who reached out to me, if that is so, then certainly the minister is in my prayers. And I'll say that even coming to Broadcast House just now, persons were saying to me, Conrad, have you gotten any confirmation and whatever with Minister McKenzie? I reply, no, I have not gotten any official confirmation. But suffice it to say, people who profess to be in close arm's length share particular information with me. I won't get into the information that have been shared because, as I said, we have not received any official communique from, the government, because, and I said the government because indeed Minister McKenzie is a senior cabinet minister. I want to once again reiterate that my prayers is with Minister McKenzie, and if he has basically had any scared or mishap or any medical condition that basically move to another level, because we were made we are aware that there are issues in the past with the minister, but we understand that something went awry. So if that is so, let me be the first once again to basically offer my strong wishes for a speedy recovery for Minister McKenzie. Again, I have not gotten any confirmation or denial, but it is all over the place, all over the place. And, I think you can't escape this discussion when you're in the public space. So, again, hoping, wishing for the best for Minister McKenzie, whatever the situation is or isn't. All right? Now, the police have reported that since the beginning of this month, today is the 10th, and 11 persons have been murdered so far. They are also reporting that year to date, we are enjoying a 20% reduction at this time over the same period last year. So all in all, those numbers are going in the right direction. Still a major concern for us to have, 11 persons already murdered in this month. So we're still having issues and we still have some work to do. As getting some information also on what seems to be an allegation. I'm trying to get the confirmation on that as well, as it relates to another police, death. So we will try and get some more on that. And I gather that basically may have happened at some party or something like that. So we will try and see how we can get the confirmation on those. So all in all, we want to ensure that this rock, Jamaica, be the place to live, raise families, and do business. And we're imploring everyone to be on your best behavior. We are hoping, as I said in the opening, that we can get the schools up to speed so that we can get our youngsters in. We're still hearing from the government official that those youngsters who have been out of school since Hurricane Melissa, they still continue to identify their whereabout rather. Seems to be a challenge there, but as I understand it, they are trying to identify where these youngsters are, what they're doing, and maybe try to get them back into the school system. So we hope again for the best in that regard. And, let's basically keep all our people in our prayers, right? And ensure that, Jamaica is certainly a better place or will be a better place for all of us. That's Conrad Steak. Stay with me right here on the 93 Sleek Radio 93 FM. 93 FM.
Conrad Steak was brought to you by Mars Group of Companies, where information meets impact.
9:30. Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleekradio93fm. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-427-9955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93 FM. Streaming for the culture.
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for easy access by NSWMA sanitation teams. Ensure that your bin or receptacle has a cover and the bottom is pierced. One Jamaica. Make we clean up the place.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbour and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit or credit card and take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
This is the GOJ Minute for Monday, August 10. The government is exploring the introduction of modular, semi-permanent housing units across the island as an additional option to meet the housing needs of vulnerable Jamaicans. Jamaica and South Africa are exploring knowledge exchange ideas on programs that expand training, improve employment prospects for young people, and support wider social and economic development. Representatives from government ministries and agencies recently met with youth leaders to discuss the youth development agenda under the 2027 to 2030 medium-term socio-economic policy framework. And a total of 140 Jamaicans will receive national honors and awards this year in recognition of their outstanding contributions to the nation across various fields. That was the GOJ Minute. For more information about these and other stories, visit jis.gov.jm.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Make we keep Jamaica clean. Me as if we keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Our duty to keep our island clean. Mobile to Kingston, sidewalk and beach. Bag it, bin it, recycle it, please. Proper garbage disposal, make we do it. Keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Mars Group Limited is shaping the future through science, innovation, and sustainable impact. From advanced agriculture and resilient food systems to nuclear science, cutting-edge healthcare, and data-driven solutions, Mars builds ideas that improve lives and protect communities. Guided by research, integrity, and long-term value, Mars pushes boundaries where it matters most. Mars Group Limited, where innovation meets impact.
Conrad O'Brien say no more, this too much. Poverty line a long bend till he buck. Up a garden house, well, one shuffle up. Mr. Bryan I say no more. Watch the man, redeem, represent for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked, information non-stop, redeem.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you your program, your mid-morning number one fix right here on the big 93 FM at the national level with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien. We go up until 12 midday. Remember, we are inviting your calls. The number is 876-212-9824. That's a straight line number. And indeed, to call us via WhatsApp, 876-462-0919. Go to your message quickly. Miller is saying, Conrad, why are we not hearing Damien champion these school cases? All right, can't answer that at all. And Florence Daly is saying, if our health care is so good, so why the health minister said why? So the health minister said why these government officials can't be treated here. Again, as I said, as it relates to the particular commentator caller, 1 second, as it relates to the communique about the Minister Mackenzie, we have not gotten any confirmation on that. All right, so let's just remind you of that. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, welcome, caller.
Hello, good morning, Conrad.
Hey, hi, how you doing? This sounds like nephew.
Nephew man.
Yes.
I call about two things.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, over the weekend, we hear of Minister Mackenzie has to fly out of the island on an airbus to a hospital. I think it's in Miami. We haven't heard anything officially from the government confirm or deny. But I just here to say that if it is so, I am wishing Minister Desmond Mackenzie a speedy recovery because he's one member of my government, the Jamaica Labour Party government. So I want to risk recovery if that is so. And I believe the government should come out and let the nation know if it is false or true.
Good. Nephew, are you a mere supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party, or are you a member, card-carrying, dues-paying, paid-up member of the party?
I am a member. I am a delegate. I voted in the last leadership race of the Jamaica Labour Party, even though I didn't vote the president leading. I vote for Ardisha, member and delegate, worker of the Labour Party. I also want to use this opportunity.
Just before you move, because there's a reason why I ask you. So,
yes.
and everybody know that you have very, very close connection with Minister Darrell Vaz, who is also a member of Parliament for Western Portland. Therefore, you are close to officialdom. Have you heard anything within that circle as it relates to the conversation that is basically doing the rounds about Minister Mackenzie?
No, nothing at all.
You have not heard anything within those circles?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
All right, thanks. Go on to the other point.
Conrad.
Yes, sir.
Your program is growing and growing rapidly in listenership and also viewers on the social media.
Thanks a lot.
It has brought to attention that not too long ago, I claimed to be a Labourite.
Mm-hmm.
Mention something about me on your program and about I don't mind if you could brief me about some 5 persons who didn't vote for a GLP candidate in the last general election, and that candidate lost by just around 20 votes. Can you brief me what that caller mentioned on your program some time ago, Conrad?
All right. Well, certainly it's a caller from, as I recall, I'm trying to go from memory. A caller out of Footmore. A good caller, friend of the program. Goes by the name South St. Catherine. And
Yes.
he said that what happened, that about 35 persons you
Yes.
basically encourage not to
Yes.
vote for Dr. Norman Dunn. And
Yes.
as a result
Yes.
of that, Dr. Norman Dunn had certainly lost the seat by what, 26 votes or something like that?
No, man, about between 19 to 24.
All right, so certainly he did made that allegation against you. So what are you denying? Did you say that or not? I think he said it was said in our WhatsApp group. He said it was said in our WhatsApp, a JLP WhatsApp group that you're a member of, and probably he's in the group as well. I'm not sure.
I'm glad I get the opportunity. There's no truth, Conrad, that I mentioned that I encourage any 35 GLP people not to vote for Norman Dunn. There is no truth to it. And argument about 35, and that was just one in which that number didn't come up. Who determined that they weren't going to vote for the GLP candidate at the time? It didn't mention in WhatsApp. That caller you talk about, I knows nothing about that caller. That caller is speaking off her ear, say. But the argument that I encourage those 35 not to is not true. Not true. And make I take the opportunity also to make it known to you and your listener, because as I said, you are growing in listenership. We have some supporters who call themselves jail. You have to be careful of what they brought in their program and say, because they are missed. They chew their teeth. I am ashamed to say that there are GLP supporters who behave that way. For what reason, I don't know, because the Labour Party does not benefit from when someone comes public and allow, because the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Andrew Holness, told all the workers of
Nephew?
I'm here.
Yes.
I was saying to you that Dr. Andrew Holness told workers of the Labour Party that you don't need to lie. The amount of things, the performance of the Labour Party over the last 7-8 years is enough to tell the Labour Party.
Okay.
And you don't need to go there and tell no lie, because they're there to prove it and speak on the behalf of the Labour Party. But for some reason, what I don't know, we do have some supporters who call themselves Labour, right? They are liars, and you can't believe a word out of their mouth.
Nephew, I'm going to protect you from yourself, because I know that you're going to come under heavy chastisement, So be careful.
As me say it every day, as long as I speak the truth, I am prepared to hang for the truth, but I am not prepared to hang for lies.
All right.
You understand me? And I am saying, know that if you accurately, like I repeat, if you accurately say what that Portmore caller said, GFB said, that I'm warning you and your program, be careful of the things he come in. I don't know the person. And I am prepared and ready. If that caller wants to call back and to spend a few minutes to clear the air, to debate it on your own program for your growing listener to listen. But nothing that is far from the truth, Conrad. Nothing near truth. The argument of 35 voters was disturbing because of neglect. That they wasn't going to come out.
Sorry, nephew. So there's really an argument about about 35 voters, but certainly what you're saying, you did not intervene and you did not encourage them not to vote for Dr. Dunn.
We have a discussion in the WhatsApp group what could have cost the candidate to lose by 19 votes. And as someone who is on the ground and close to what was taking place, I could explain to them that it was clearly that in one particular PLP expect to win and win with a percentage to win the seat. It was let down because at least a known 30 voters determined that they wasn't coming out to vote because of regret and abandonment.
Good.
That was the discussion. That was the discussion. As a matter of fact, to make it even clearer and understanding, I wasn't even in the era. I didn't share a word with none of those people. It brought to my attention, and after the election, I contacted them and find out why they didn't, and then explain it clearly to me. So for a person to claim that them is a labor right, and to come on the program and to lie, to lie on them own, I am prepared that if you can identify that caller when the caller call back, you can bring it to his attention or she attention.
I'm sure he's listening.
And you can bring it to them attention, and I'm ready to come here to debate it. And me and such call in a no WhatsApp.
Quickly, nephew, before I leave you here, you are from Southeast St. Mary. Yes. Where that 35 is said, it is alleged that you encouraged them not to vote for Dr. Dunn. Did you actually work in the constituency of Southeast St. Mary, or you work with protege? Well, your man, Darrell Vaz, over in Portland.
Just before the election announced, me and Dr. Dunn have a discussion, and I were doing some political work for him just before the election announced. That is an understanding between me and him. But when the election announced, I have my responsibility, my commitment, and my duty to take up where in which I won't name here.
All right. Thanks a lot. Nephew, finally, would you say there's this unity within your party, the Labour Party?
Conrad.
Yeah.
Conrad.
Yes, sir.
If that is even so, you don't expect me to come on your program and say that there is disunity in the Labour Party. But apart from that, you know that political parties will have their misunderstanding from time. That is a part of any system. Any system. If political workplace, you name it.
Yes.
So, but to ask me,
yes,
that if that even were so, I mean, no of that, I could never come here in the public on your program and say so, Conrad.
Thanks a lot. Now I know why you're so close to that, to Minister Vaz. Revere you so much, because you're indeed a diplomat. All right. Take care. Blessings.
Yes,
all right,
yes,
nephew.
sir.
All right. So that there. Man calling out of Southeast St. Mary, and he basically, trying to set the record straight there and a few issues. We continue to take your calls. The lines are open. 876-212-98. Hello, caller. We have caller. Hello, caller.
Morning, Conrad.
Hey, hi. How you doing, sir?
It's red, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's red, man. A judgment are going around here, man.
See if you can put some streak. See if you can put some streak. See if you can put some streak of green in it for me.
Tell the people to go pray. We program I get number one in our country, and people come here for water it down. Huh?
No, man. There's no
water. No come here for water down. What thing? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, hear me now. A judgment power.
All right, so.
So what do you know? Some of them elder politicians are resign.
I can't say, but what I will tell you, I was talking to a commentator, a political commentator over the weekend. He is in favor of the Labour Party, and he said to me that he was sharing things with me. Obviously, I can't say who he is, but he was saying to me that there is a timeline for departure for a couple of the senior person, i.e. Desmond, Babsy, Delroy, Chuck. Those were like a 2-year situation. So they have 2 years, and what will happen is that they will basically, the attrition will take place. They will not be resigning en bloc. They will be resigning one at a time. And what will happen is that we will go to by-election whenever they resign to test the ground. Dr. Chang will not be going back, but there's no timeline on Dr. Chang. But 3 that I just mentioned, there is a timeline on them. That's my information. That's what's coming to me from a JLP commentator, political commentator, who is very, very close to the apparatus of the Jamaica Labour Party.
I think these people should resign before them die on the job, you know.
Well, I'm listening, sir.
Yes. What age politician resign at?
There is no age limit for politicians, and the reason for that, and it's not just in Jamaica, the reason for that is that politics is supposed to be non-discriminatory. So once you put yourself up and the people vote for you, then that's it. Apart from, for example, in the United States at the presidential level, that there's a 2-term situation there, but there's no time, there's no age limit. So let's say a 95-year-old man in the United States decide that, listen, I have the vim, vigor, and vitality, and I want to put myself up as the president. Nothing can stop him so to do. Right here in Jamaica, if a 95-year-old man decide that, listen, I am throwing myself in the ring for a constituency or a division, and he get the nod, and the people vote to vote for him, nothing can stop him there. And as I said before, the reason for it is to avoid the discriminatory aspect of it. And that is why there is even no qualification put out or anything like that to basically offer yourself as a politician, because nothing should stop you from offer yourself, apart from, of course, your good character. You know, if you're a criminal, convicted criminal and so on, then there are the Constitution or the framework speak to that, you not being able to offer yourself. But outside of that, there's no age limit, sir. African?
Anybody else can offer them.
Yeah, man, age-wise, there's no age limit.
You say criminal or anything.
No, I said, so the only thing that would stop you is if you're a convicted criminal. You should not.
A convicted criminal.
A convicted criminal.
So me I say no. See which part of they know? Huh?
Yeah. And even the convicted criminal is that you would have to spend a certain amount of time behind bars.
And you can't enter the parliament after that? After you spend time?
No, I think maybe there's a statute that bar you, if depending on how lengthy the time was. But certainly, I believe.
So that's why.
But I
so
believe.
That's why
I believe that most political parties that we have, I don't know that they would basically encourage people who spend prison time of such to really, you know, offer themselves, unless you have things like an expungement and all of that.
So that's why the politicians them don't want to go to jail.
Well, nobody wants to go to jail.
No, we are talking about nobody wants to go to jail, man.
No, but nobody wants to go to jail. Politicians are people. Nobody want to go to jail, Papa.
Them under investigation.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Yeah, man. There are people under investigation, but they also have the hold on. They also have the right to lawyer up
So them
and
have,
to
man.
be.
Them are, yeah, we know about the right. Them under investigation, and people investigate them and find them corrupt and them still in there.
Because they
You're
also
not going to jail yet.
hold on, Akan. But listen, remember that all of these things are allegations. We have the court of law to basically test the veracity of it, and that is why. Hold on, man. Hold on. Whomever, politician or non-politician. Hold on, sir. Please, please. You're not going to get yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, go down the rabbit hole and basically go down the line and behave as a politician don't have the right like the regular citizens. Do have the right.
Conrad, who attacks a politician? Oh, me tell us a politician now, right?
I am just setting the record straight to say that they also, hold on, to say that they remain innocent until proven guilty. All right?
Then you know, go and remain innocent, man. We are talking about the investigation with them now. And them still in the parliament and they're going to court.
Okay. So what you're saying, which is something that I agree with you, you're saying that once you're flagged like that, then you should basically remove yourself until the process goes. That's what you're saying.
Who are going to make them remove themselves?
Well, it is two things that we always have. We operate under a Westminster style of government. So whenever we have your name called in certain things, you normally resign or your political boss will fire you. So in the event of, say, listen, if you're a government person, then the prime minister would be the person who would have the right to remove that person if the person don't remove themselves. As it relates to the opposition, then it would be the opposition leader who would have that mandate to do. One that comes to mind immediately, still fresh, was when although it wasn't any criminal situation, but certainly when Dennis Meadows basically spoke out of turn, then Mark Golden basically removed him from stand on the PNP ticket or running on the PNP ticket. And we have seen back in the past when Dr. Wheatley was basically flogged, Prime Minister Holness remove him, and there are others that we could basically look at as well.
No. Have a good day. Good to be here, yeah?
All right, respect. Take care. Basically.
Yes,
all right. African, always a pleasure talking to you. Certainly you offer your opening salvo there. You know, of course, we guide the process. Well, not guide the process, but certainly we have to basically share in a very, very honest way as to how we see things here. All right, the lines are open. Let's go to phone lines. Continue to take your calls right here at the national level on the big 93 Sleek Radio 93 FM. All right, hello, caller. Caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Hello, President. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I am hearing you, George. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
George, I don't know where you are. You probably need to remove from where you are, George. George, not hearing you. The call dragging.
I'm hearing you.
No, not hearing the call at all. Please, just hang up and call us back. Maybe you need to remove from where you are. I don't know. All right. The lines are open. 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824. The straight line. And indeed, WhatsApp 876-462-919. We're up on the 93 FM band on your radio. And also, we're streaming live at www.sleekradio.com. We're also live on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. We'll be joined at after the 10 o'clock break by our friends at Fit FM as they simulcast with us. And of course, their affiliate station overseas will also join in on the feed as well. Let's see. Let me take a couple of your messages here. So Coral Wilson is saying, good morning, Conrad, and to your listeners, good morning to you as well. And another person said, Jamaica, all lives matters, all right? And also, was this Parton 4643 saying, bless up yourself, fireman, 100% respect. And born again, saying, good morning, Conrad, everyone. Hello, caller. Oh, break. Oh, we're on the break. Let's go to the 10 o'clock break. When we come back, we'll be joined by St. Patrice Ennis, the head of the Joint Trade Union Congress. We'll talk about the negotiation as it relates to the income for the public sector workers. Stay with us right here on the 93.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Libby Casey. Stocks open lower this morning as investors watch for new inflation numbers this week. NPR's Scott Horsley reports the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped about 75 points in early trading.
Crude oil prices rose as tanker traffic in the Strait of Hormuz remained snarled. The U.S. benchmark rose to a little under $80 a barrel. Retail gasoline prices have been falling in recent days. AAA puts the average price at just over $4 a gallon. That's about $1 a gallon higher than gas cost before the U.S. launched its war with Iran. Gasoline prices have been one of the main drivers of inflation in recent months. The Labor Department is set to deliver its latest cost of living report on Wednesday. And it was another big box office weekend for Spider-Man. The latest installment of the Marvel franchise has sold nearly $1.7 billion worth of tickets worldwide in just 10 days. Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
At least 12 people are dead and several dozen more injured after Ukrainian drones struck a major oil region in central western Russia. The strike is the latest in an ongoing Ukrainian campaign to target Russia's energy sector.
The drone struck the city of Nizhny Kamsk in the Republic of Tatarstan, one of Russia's most technologically advanced oil-producing regions. Videos shared online appeared to show at least one refinery in flames, sending a large plume of smoke skyward. Local authorities said the Ukrainian drones also struck civilian targets, and the head of the republic called for an official period of mourning to honor the dead. The attack is the latest and key to funding Russia's ongoing military operations, says Ukraine. The drone strikes have also caused gas shortages across Russia, a crisis the government has somewhat eased by reverting to the sale of dirtier, lower-grade fuel. Charles Maines, NPR News, Moscow.
The Pentagon is pushing U.S. defense contractors to speed up production of some key weapons systems amid concerns about depleted stockpiles as the war with Iran moves through its 6th month. NPR's Kat Lonsdorf reports.
In a statement, Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell confirmed the department made efforts in the past week to significantly speed up munitions production. He said that the U.S. is focused on acquiring more to provide, quote, the weapons our warfighters need at the pace the threat demands. But he also said the effort was not new, that it was part of a broader plan to modernize the department, one that began before the U.S. launched war in Iran in February. The administration has repeatedly denied reports that some missile stockpiles have been depleted in this war. Such weapons often take years to replenish. Kat Lonsdorf, NPR News, Washington.
President Trump is hosting the swearing-in ceremony today for Todd Blanche as Attorney General. Blanche was confirmed by the Senate early Saturday morning by the narrowest of margins. He was opposed by Republicans Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. You're listening to NPR News. A powerful earthquake shook Colombia and Ecuador this morning, prompting evacuations from homes and other buildings. The U.S. Geological Survey reports a 7.4 magnitude quake with the epicenter about 250 miles west of Colombia's capital, Bogota. It follows 2 devastating earthquakes in Venezuela in June that destroyed hundreds of buildings and killed more than 5,000 people. Polling shows most Americans believe young adults in the U.S. have a harder time financially than their parents did at their age. NPR's Jennifer Ludden says many parents are helping to support their children well into adulthood.
When Mabel Lago and her husband retired to South Carolina this year, they made sure there was room for their 39-year-old son who lives with them. His job paid low wages and no benefits, and Lago says rents are way too high.
The young people have really been shafted big time.
In the pricey Seattle area, one of David Zuccarow's 30-something daughters moved back home to cut costs, and the other wants to.
When I look at the salaries these kids make, I'm like, how can you not live on this? But they can't.
The share of adults under 35 living with parents has shot up dramatically in the past 2 decades, and AARP finds most parents also provide financial support to grown children, needed or not, though many say they give even when it hurts their own budget. Jennifer Ludden, NPR News.
Troops from the U.S. and South Korea will begin semi-annual joint exercises this week. Last Thursday, North Korea resumed ballistic missile testing activities that are banned by the UN. You're listening to NPR News in Washington.
This message comes from the NPR Wine Club, which has generated over 1.7.
Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleekradio93fm. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-427-9955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93 FM. Streaming for the culture.
At Nutrium AG Farms, fresh, sustainable food starts right here on fertile Jamaican soil, grown with care, harvested with pride, and delivered to your table. With innovative, resilient agriculture and regenerative practices, Nutrium helps build food security for our nation and beyond. Every seed planted, every crop nurtured supports healthy families, thriving communities, and a stronger future for all. Nutrium AG Farms, growing food, growing hope.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbor and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card, and take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation, and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for easy access by NSWMA sanitation teams. Ensure that your bin or receptacle has a cover and the bottom is pierced. Jamaica, make we clean up the place.
Host your next event at the UW headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Indeed. Welcome back to your program, your mid-morning number one fix right here and radio at Sleek 93 FM. We're coming to you live from the studio here at UWI Mona campus, of course, 93 FM band on your radio. We're also streaming live at sleekradio.com. We are live on the Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. And of course, it's a Monday. We're also simulcasting with our friends at Fit FM down there in Trelawney, as we say hi and good morning to Julia Meikle Benaya and the team. Also want to say hi and good morning to January, attorney at law, young attorney at law. She is the daughter of Julia Meikle. All right, so it's that time of the morning. It's now 8 minutes after 10 o'clock. And indeed, welcome to our feature spotlight our focus this morning is on the latest development in the ongoing public sector wage negotiation between the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, the JCTU, and the government of Jamaica. The JCTU has reached a tentative wage agreement covering the period of April 2025 to March 2028. The package include an 80,000 one-off payment for the 2025-26 period, followed by a 5% salary increase in the 2026-27 and another 5% increase in the 27-28. The JCTU says the agreement represents an improvement over the government previous offer, while negotiation will continue on other outstanding matters in the union's claim. Joining us this morning to discuss the agreement, what it means for the public sector workers, and what comes next is St. Patrice Ennis, president of the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Union. Mr. Ennis, good morning, sir, and welcome to At the National Level right here on Sleek Radio, which is truly Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, and good morning to you also.
Good morning, Mr. Ennis. So, Mr. Ennis, off the bat, just quickly to get this out of it, because a lot of people have been saying that, listen, this is an agreement. It's an agreement. So just to set the record straight, it's not an agreement that is inked. It's an offer that you look at. Have you taken this to your membership as yet?
We have, and overwhelmingly, they are. Not that there is no dissent, because you're talking tens of thousands of people. The public sector being the largest single employer in the country, in excess of 100,000 people. So not without dissent, concerns, and so on. But I am confident in saying that the majority are satisfied with what we are doing.
If you were to, basically highlight some of the key consideration that have been the improvement over the government previous offer, what would those be?
Well, recall that the government started out with zero in the first year. That because we served our claim in November of 2024. Now it's August 2026, so we have been at the table for some time now. They started, their initial offer was zero in the first year. That then changed, that zero in the first year changed to 2%. But they justified the zero in the first year. The fact public sector workers had received 7% or 7.5% their basic salary. That as a result of paying increments that was not paid for 3 years in succession. And we were conceded the point that increments should not be held, and therefore they paid it in 2025. So many public sector workers received a 7 or 7.5% for that year, and they would go on a basic salary. So the government's position was that we would not be paying more money than basic salary, and so they offered zero. We told them that increment had nothing to do with this, and it is what is a requirement on their part by way of an agreement long established. So that 2% last year, just prior to I think in September of last year. So that's where we're coming from. And that last offer that they had was 0, 2, and 2, and then it changed to 2% in the first year, 2% in the second year, and 2% in the third year. Or 2.5%, 2% in the first year, 2.5% in the second year, and 2.5% in the third. Something to that. So it was 7% over 3 years. That was what was on the table. The majority of workers in the public sector, 2%, should they be receiving retroactive, it would amount to less than the 80,000 is no part of the tentative agreement. And we also note that now in the second year of the contract period, you just 2026. So second year, the one that went from April, March of 2026 to 2027, that's now. So we believe that the second year and the 8,000 upfront, if you would quantify that in terms of a percentile amount, it would amount to more than 2% for a lot of people, particularly at the lower pay scale, in terms of their retroactive amounts. In addition to that, the improvement in terms of the second and the third year, actually a 2 year, come by next year, we would be negotiating again. And with the more trend in the economy, the government reporting that it is $28 billion behind in terms of its budget, in terms of tax revenue and grant, and in the immediate future.
Wow.
The trend, it's not looking like they'll be
this in. So the cumulative increase that we're talking about.
June,
Mr. Ennis?
Yes, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, man. I am not, so that's why.
I'm hearing it.
Yes, Mr. Ennis. I'm saying that the cumulative increase that we're talking about, what's the cumulative increase? Is it that would be an overall of 2.5, 5, and 5?
No. The 80,000 in the first year, 5% in the second year, and 5% in the third year.
So that
80,000 in terms of quantum amounts to. Go ahead.
Amounts to? No, man, go ahead.
The 80,000 in terms of quantum is in excess of $9 billion. The 5 for the first year is about $24 billion. The 5% of the second year quantum is about $28 billion.
Yes, I'm asking again, what's the overall, when you look at the percentage, what's the cumulative increase over the 3-year wage agreement period? Based on what you have on the table now.
Okay. The first year, the percentage would be different in terms of figure. That figure in terms of the percentile amount would differ with respect to the different categories of workers. But in terms of the overall wage bill, it might just be just under 2% in terms of the overall wage bill. But in terms of what it will represent for the respective categories or individuals, that would vary depending on your current salary in terms of the percentile amount. The 5% would that explains itself. That would go to everybody, and another 5% to everybody.
Good. The Joint Trade Union Congress, which it's a part of all the unions to include the Jamaica Teachers Association, the Police Federation, and all of them to come together, along with the NWU and all of those?
Well, the Police Federation is not a union. it does include the Jamaica Teachers Association. It does include the ITU, the largest unions, the ITU, which is the single largest union in the country, the Civil Service Association, which represents the majority of public sector workers in excess of 30,000 people. The Jamaica Teachers Association, which represents in excess of 25,000. Just the last two represent more than half of the public sector work.
So,
and that would include the NWU, UTAS, and other unions, right? So it's an umbrella organization of about 10, 11 unions.
10, 11 union. But in all of that, bodies such as the Jamaica Teachers Association and others, they also, while you have this broad agreement, they also conduct their own negotiation finally.
Well, they would have respective bargaining units that would engage in items that are really peculiar to them. The Jamaica Teachers Association conducts its own negotiation, but it was also part of the negotiating team in this negotiation. So they are very familiar with not just what we are talking about in terms of the amount that we arrived at, but they were also integral to the shaping of that outcome.
Good. Well, the JCTU, you know, in our broad framework, accept the offer from the government. What are some of the consideration that was taken in, was brought to bear for this, you know, broad agreement to be accepted or to be considered?
Well, one of the things we looked at is the government, we looked at the fiscal policy paper. We would have seen where the government would have projected for an increased public sector workers in terms of their compensation of $41 billion. Remember that the wage bill as it currently stands is $478 billion. When you look at the fiscal policy paper, which would have been presented in the minister's in our budget presentation, the projection is for it to reach about $519 billion, which is about $41 billion more. When we look at that and we interrogated those numbers with its technical team, and the government came back to say, look, they cannot, you know, explain why they were offering, you know, what I alluded to just prior. Its earlier offer. They also indicate to us that we must countenance that increment must be paid. An increment in terms of its 2.5% amounts to $12.5 billion. So if you look at what the actual numbers are and you include the increment in what I am saying to you, then you would have seen that we have exceeded what government had projected in terms of its presentation and what it has allocated for the fiscal year 2026 to 2027 on public sector wages.
Good. Now, President Ennis, the JCTU has said that the negotiation are continuing on other outstanding items in the union claims. What are some of the key issues that remain unsolved, and what does the Confederation hope to achieve in those matters?
Well, we have to be careful with when we say key issue. Remember, we're talking about different categories of workers. So for somebody in the health field would be different from somebody in the meteorological field or somebody in... Right, you know. So traveling is one item that is on the table, traveling, mileage, and so on, that is yet to be concluded. Now, not all public sector workers, as you know, are traveling officers or need to do traveling to perform their function. But that is an important aspect. You're talking about the uniform tailoring. Not all public sector workers wear uniform or tailoring. They're talking about whether it is subsistence. So there are myriad others that would be of more import depending on the category of workers that you're talking about. But those are some of the other items that we have to find some agreement around.
Good. If you were to share with our listeners any one issue that sort of all encompass that would impact all the various group that you negotiate on behalf of, is there any one thing that cut across all the work categories?
On the wages.
On the wages. All right. So good. So what would you say
wages is a universal item on the wages? Can't think of any that would affect all the categories except wages. I just mentioned some, and a nurse would, wear a uniform, or a medical technologist, so, but not all workers wear uniforms. So it depends on the category that you're, educational grant or whatever that is, that does interest everybody. Even housing does interest everybody. So it depends on where you are in your life, and where you and the category of work you perform. So it has import. The import varies with respect to the different categories of workers and the individuals concerned.
Indeed. It is said that this is a tentative agreement. Do you expect to get the wide buy-in from the various grouping on this, Mr. Ennis?
Well, the buy-in is already here. Why we say tentative is because we have not inked the agreement that you put in. So it must be tentative. Of course, we have received the draft, and we have made on the draft. So it's never over until it's over. But the broad principle that's around it, which you spelled out in your opening, that those are really what is fundamental, and that is really the gist of the thing. Other things, I don't see anything to really hold us, but it's never over until it's final.
Good. As president of the JCTU, do you believe that yourself and your executive have basically go as hard and be as diligent as you could have to ensure that you eke out the best deal at this time for your membership?
We do, certainly. I gave you a brief history of where we started and what the numbers were on the table. The member unions threatening publicly that their workers were arrested. Remember also that I did tell you that we served the claim in November 2024. What awaits our workers is September, back to school. That is normally a very period for many who have children going back to school. The December is on the horizon. That is also where there's a demand for monies by many, and so on. So we are cognizant of those periods, and we are also cognizant of the economic situation. We look at the numbers. The minister was very clear in that we have exceeded not only what she had forecasted in terms of spending on the public sector, but also in terms of what she was had written down or had for a supplementary budget. So the speaks for themselves in terms of where we are. And it's not that we came to this point in a hurry. It was difficult. Those who say it took too long and only to get this done. What we didn't receive a mandate to sign on to the government's earlier offer. Because if we did, then it wouldn't take so long.
Good. Mr. Ennis, as we wrap on this discussion, certainly, whatever negotiation you go through, there are always going to be persons who believe that, there could be more. What would you say to the public sector workers who may feel that the wage agreement does not go far enough, and what should they expect from the JCTU as the negotiation continue on the remaining issues?
Well, I think the JCTU negotiating team comprised of the best negotiators in the country, bar none. We have the board senators there. We have the head of the Civil Service Association.
Gail and Brown, Senator Gail and Senator Lambert Brown. Mm-hmm. Those two senators.
That is correct. Myself, the head of the NWU, and so on. The team is well experienced. We looked at the numbers. We even took ourselves, moved away from speaking just to the minister, to sit down with the technical team, make sure we're talking about the same numbers, explore that in many ways possible. We had about 3 or 4 meetings with just a technical team, to look at numbers. So, and it was long, it was difficult, and I said before, to have it shorter, one side would have to agree to the other with what they were saying, and we didn't see that the initial offer was something that, particularly in light of the inflation and so on, that's something that we could take at this time or live with. And so I believe that in the circumstance, this is, we took it as far as we could go. And it's only in the last meeting, after we told the minister to look at the cost of the thing, vis-a-vis just the cost of what is on the table, then, we got some approval or some concession on her part.
Good. In terms of putting pen to paper, ink to paper, when do we expect this, and when would our public sector workers, should our public sector worker expect to see this one-off $80,000 in their bank accounts?
Well, we had originally scheduled tomorrow, to conclude. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, sir.
Yes, we had originally scheduled tomorrow, Tuesday, to sign off. But as I indicated to you, having received the draft, we would have made some suggestions, and it depends on what the response is. And if all goes well and we stick to the schedule to have it signed off by tomorrow, then the payment of that 80,000 should take place this month.
Good. Thanks a lot, President Ennis. Always a pleasure, sir. And we wish you and your hardworking public sector workers all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. And have a great day.
Thanks a lot. That's President Ennis, the president of the JCTU, St. Patrick's Ennis. All right. So, all right. Stick and stay with us. We'll be back with you momentarily. It's now 10:32 right here on the Big 93. Stay with us.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Libby Casey. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected President Trump's peace plan for Gaza. Netanyahu says Israeli forces will not withdraw from Gaza until Hamas disarms first. His comments yesterday came a little over a week after Trump announced that his Board of Peace had reached what he called a historic agreement. Longtime U.S. diplomat Richard Haas tells NPR that Netanyahu is focused on saving his own political ahead of elections in October.
On one hand, his biggest claim to political power is that he has managed Israel's relationship with its most important patron, the United States. On the other hand, he's got to look independent. He's got to look strong. So I think it's a real dilemma for the prime minister. And the question for the president is how much he lets this go and how much does he pile on in frustration.
Israel still controls roughly 70% of Gaza, according to Palestinian officials and aid agencies. Wildfires have led to
9:30. Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleekradio93fm. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-427-9955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93 FM. Streaming for the culture.
At Nutrium AG Farms, fresh, sustainable food starts right here on fertile Jamaican soil, grown with care, harvested with pride, and delivered to your table. With innovative, resilient agriculture and regenerative practices, Nutrium helps build food security for our nation and beyond. Every seed planted, every crop nurtured supports healthy families, thriving communities, and a stronger future for all. Nutrium AG Farms, growing food, growing hope.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbour and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card, and take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation, and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
This is the GOJ Minute for Monday, August 10. The Kingston Western Police Division is reporting a reduction in murders and gang activity and an increase in stronger partnerships between the police and the citizens in the division. Industry, Investment and Commerce Minister Senator Aubin Hill has proposed the creation of a Jamaica-South Africa Investment Delivery Group to help strengthen trade and investment opportunities between both countries. Expansion of the Maypen Hospital in Clarendon is progressing on schedule, with the renovated facility expected to enhance healthcare delivery in the parish and others. And leadership of the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force formally changed on August 4, with Colonel Nicholas Taylor assuming command of the organization. That was the GOJ Minute. For more information about
the Jamaican service,
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for and that your bin receptacle has a cover and the bottom is peaked. One Jamaica. Like we clean up the place.
Host your next event at the UW Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Conrad O'Brien say no more, this too much. Poverty line a long bent till he buck. Up a garden house, well, one shuffle up. Mr. Brian, I say no more. Watch the man. Redeem represented for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked. Information non-stop. Redeem, say that.
Welcome back to Straight Up right to at the national level, right here on the Big 93 with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. I keep on telling you guys that, listen, I set the trend and others follow. Nobody paid this situation with Minister Mackenzie any mind. I gather that since the fireman spoke, there have been communique coming out on this. For that, don't know if that is any official, coming from any official dome, but I understand that other media houses are saying that. All right, so indeed, we are delighted. I am happy for that. The last thing that I tell people all the time, there's two things that I basically, coming to your caller, deal with a level of secrecy or sacred, that's seen sacred. And it is a person, don't mess around a person's health. I don't play around with that to basically, celebrate ill health of anyone. And there's another one, a person's work, your income. It is something that I believe that must be treated with a certain level of respect and regard. I don't joke with those things. Let's go to the phone line. Welcome, caller.
Hello, good morning, Mr. O'Brien.
Hi, George. Yes, I'm hearing you much better now. Thanks for calling.
Yes, and how are you doing?
I am giving God thanks. I'm doing very, very well.
I just a few things there I want to say.
Yes.
That I always listen to your program. And if somebody introduced me to your program, and however, I got hooked to the program, of want of a better word, in terms of how you elaborate on the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, as that said, when I heard you this morning and you open commentary, and then I heard you give, you come here, you convey or you talk about it in terms of the program gonna cut and give 2 days a week. I said to myself that I wasn't gonna call in today, but I felt so disappointed. Reason being for that, this is the program that highlight the station in a very way. You don't have to agree with it. And let me make it be known, I don't know where I never met you, I don't know what you look like. It's through the program that I see. So when I heard that the station is going to take
and for those who are listening to you, George, let it add another dimension on it too, as well, is that your call here in defense of the government and the Jamaica Labour Party the very first time, and that's where your preference lies. So I don't operate, but I don't want to. What happened? What I will say, because I mean, as I said, because the station operate with a management, and if they examine the whole thing and they believe that they want to have some more diversification and so on, that's fine with me, and that's fine with me. I will maintain.
Remember,
sorry.
I said I didn't want to say anything, but take over my time.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I say to you that I only listen to Sleep Radio from 9 to 12. And it's when you come on the program. And there is many other listeners that is what I wanted to make you understand, or make the host, the representative of the station understand that your program carry a large listenership to the program. When you have a lot of section of the station where it's just music, introduce other program into that, and a lot of person like to listen music. Introduce other persons to talk in spaces, and let this program where people listen and learn and appreciate the program stay like it is. I would say then that means you are telling me, I can speak for myself and many others, you will only have a certain number of people going to listen to this station two times a week then.
No, well,
or the other time when you come on and share. Because what happens, you bring, you don't have to agree, Mr. O'Brien, but you bring to the program. You're teaching and your education towards the program, and even though maybe you have a particular biasness towards, I does not see it display on the program, and that is why I love the program.
Thanks a lot.
Because even though you have your part, you can keep true to power with regards to the program, and that's what makes you have a lot of listeners. The first gentleman that called this morning, he's a diehard laborite. But all you do, and him can have dialogue with you. Why? It's because of you don't take a certain biasness towards the program. I will implore the owners of the station, please let this program maintain as it is. Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
All right, thanks a lot, sir. But I want to say that, the other hosts that will be coming on, the host, I'm sure that, she will bring her own flavor to the program and so on. And, so it's what it is. All right, so let's continue to invite your calls, 876-129-824. That's the straight line. And indeed, calling us via WhatsApp, 876, that's 876-462-0919. You're tuned into At the National Level right here on Sleek Radio, which is truly Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. All right, so we're taking your calls. Hello, caller?
Conrad.
Hi, morning again.
What the other was name?
We will share that. We share that with you as we go along.
When the was come on?
I'll share all of that with you. To be honest with you, I'm not having it from memory because it's basically a sort of work in progress. So I'll share those information with you as soon as. Is that
lady?
Yes, that's my understanding. Yeah.
No problem with that. I want to know you have your thing at the same way as a fireman, you know?
Yeah, man.
Bless the program with the fire.
Respect.
I'll fire the water, the purification, you know.
Indeed.
And we are. So, so the fire have to go on.
Yes.
You know.
So her name is Gabriella Hilton. All right. So Gabriella Hilton. Looking forward to meet with maybe if I may call her that. I'm looking forward to meet Gabby. And I tell you something which I glean that may in the offing as well. That could make a very, very interesting combo. The Friday. Hold on. For the Friday, we may be hosting together on the Friday. So, it's I am not one to, and I understand. I know that my listeners get to, envelop and develop a relationship with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, the fireman, the 4 days. But it's what it is. All right?
Miss Gabriela, go and sharpen up yourself. Because so when you come here,
yes,
you have a lot of people to talk to about certain thing.
Yes.
And we need solution to certain things that are going on in Jamaica right now.
Yes.
So if she could have come with some solution to.
Good. It may very well be even the Philip as well to basically ensure that more advertisers share with us across the entire 5 days and so on. So I guess I don't know that it's a decision that maybe it was what was taken flippantly. Maybe they consider and do what they had to do. So
I will advertisement you have now,
Well, I don't have a lot now.
You didn't know that?
I don't have a lot now, but certainly we're trying to build. All right, so.
No, sometimes when a program cut, I hear only for advertisement, Virgin, and I give thanks to that. Because one time I never hear so much.
All right, thanks a lot.
So I give thanks to that.
Thank you.
All right now.
Mm-hmm.
We want to go up on the storm money.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, look at hush go on it. All kind of had that come in.
Yes.
How the star money I got, Conrad?
I don't know. Of course, we still the convo that we have in the public domain is that there's still 1.8% of the money that collected has been paid out or been used. So the other 98.2% is still there. And of course, we had gotten information that the portal that the money was actually collected on, that's not owned by the Jamaican government. So we continue
somebody will have the money is not the Jamaican government.
I don't know if it's a somebody or what, but what I understand, and I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know that where hold on, please. Let me just calm down and let's deal with it. Hold on. Just allow me, because I don't want it to be said that I am saying that the money that is Africa, please, just 1 second. You have to understand it is important for me to clear this because I have to be clear. I don't want anybody to go away with the argument that I am saying that, listen, the government doesn't have jurisdiction over the funds that were collected. What I'm saying is that we understand that the portal not owned by the government. Could we do with some clarity on it? Yes. Go ahead.
We are going to get that clarity.
Well, the clarity that we need, that would have to come from officialdom, i.e. some official from the government.
Judgment part. You can't stand there. It's good to be here, yeah?
Respect. Take care. Blessings. Thanks always for the support. All right. Good. So the lines are open. It's your program, your mid-morning number one fix at the national level, right here on the Big 93, which is truly Conrad O'Brien. And of course, going forward, we will be sharing the week with myself and Gabriella Hilton. We will share the information as we go along, and I'm sure that the relevant promo will be done to identify, where we're heading with the program. All right. There is a big conversation going on. CCJ on the scrutiny. Regional court urged to move on allegations of division toxic. All right. Hello. Welcome, caller.
Morning, Brother Conrad. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing over there in the Eastern Caribbean, head boy? What's up?
Doing good for my age. No aches, no pain. Giving God thanks.
I hope when you reach my age, you'll be able to say the same thing, head boy. How you do? Go ahead.
Well, I keep on prophesying. But I am hearing some allegations swirling around. That Minister Mackenzie is not doing well. And I'm wondering if we could get some confirmation of the same. Because, sometimes you hear things on social media, you don't want to run with it. You really don't want to hear a confirmation. Have you heard anything of that sort?
I wouldn't say confirmation of the same. I would say we need to get the clarity as to whether it is so or not. But not to confirm that he is not. I think that's exactly what you're saying. No, I have not. I must tell you that I started to get this information sometime last week from operatives within the Jamaica Labour Party. I did reach out to persons who are senior, persons who clear. As a matter of fact, one of the individuals that I reached out to sent me back a message to say that he is recovering nice. Thank God. No, to God be the glory. I get that communique in writing from one person and so on. So I don't know what the situation is, but I believe that there should be a clear and unambiguous statement from the government of Jamaica, or because Minister Mackenzie is a senior cabinet minister.
Absolutely.
So, we
and I go for saying in
that he's a minister that we have gotten used to as a staple in that Ministry of Local Government.
And
obviously, many of us, regardless of the political support side we support, we would wish the minister well, and would want to know that the minister is doing well.
Absolutely. Sorry, head boy, because even recently, you know, when former minister Dean Pate passed on, you know, Minister Mackenzie came out and he said, without any water in his mouth, that certainly within his lifetime, I think he said, are certainly the best minister of local was Dean Pate. So sometimes you can cross the political divide. So as it relates to me and a number of us, including yourself, head boy, we're not going to gloat if we hear of any illness before anybody. And, you know, so all we seek is clarity. All we seek is clarity.
I benefited from the kindness of Minister Mackenzie when I was a junior councillor at KCC, selected by my school. And the minister went as far as inviting us at a local celebration that would typically be held on the lawns of King's House. And so I want to wish, whatever the thing is, wish for him the speediest recovery and wish for the family that he would in fact recover speedy as well. Now there's a to raise with you, Conrad. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but you know, many of us who operate in the social media space, we have heard a clipping of so typically a particular minister would go on a live of a person on TikTok, and the minister would normally ask for individuals who want assistance to come on the live, turn on their camera, and the young lady would take their names and would pass on the information to the minister. You know, because the minister is trying to use the digital age to help him. However, a statement was issued and the person did not say that this was AI, it was her voice. In the clipping that we're hearing, the person says that this elderly 85-year-old woman should go look, I cannot repeat it. What was said cannot be repeated on mainstream media. But the descriptions were so to the sort that, in essence, she was saying that the government have nothing to do with her, them can't help her, and she must go find some other way to go get help, and some other things as to what she should do with herself.
Hold on, boy. Stick up in there. You're saying that was out there, that's out there in the social media space, that those utterances came from a minister?
No, it didn't come from the minister. It came from the individual who the minister would normally go on, on her live to ask people for if they want roof support, or different hurricane relief support. You would go. So I'm asking if the Minister of Labour will quickly come and address this matter and distance himself from the comment. In fact, I went further to the point, and I have sent it over to the chairman of the party and also other cabinet colleagues of the minister to bring it to his attention, because I don't have the minister's number. But I think this is not a comment, knowing the minister, that the minister would have wanted to be associated with.
All right, I'm going to ask you a favor, because to be honest with you, I can't even speak intelligently or with any clear clarity, and because I have not seen the particular communique that you're talking about, the social media you're talking about. So I'm going to ask you, please, head boy, you know how to reach me. Send it to me. I have the minister. I have the minister's number, and I will forward it to the minister and seek some clarity from my good friend and brother, Minister of Labor and Social Security, Pernell Charles Jr.
Definitely, because I know these views would not be the views of the minister. I have known the minister personally myself, and I know when he's working. He's not. He will never ever try to degrade people in this manner. So I definitely put it to you. If those few words.
Sorry, head boy. If those things come from someone who is acting under the auspices of the minister, or, you know, representing the minister in any way, certainly, if that is said, then they're deserving of condemnation. You know, we don't need
Absolutely.
We don't need that at all.
Absolutely. And with those few words, I wish you well and wish the staff of Sleek 93 FM. And by the way, I want to tell you, I want to borrow that suit, man. You look sharp like a razor blade.
All right, my friend. To God be the glory. Bless you
All
and
the
thanks.
best.
All
All the
right,
best.
good. All right.
Blessings.
Good. All right, so that's my caller there. He is calling out of the Eastern Caribbean. Head boy, we are taking your calls. The lines are open. Do I have anyone there, Madam Producer? All right, the lines are open. Let's see where we are. Oh, wow, time is moving. We're up on the 11 o'clock break. Let's go to the news and commercial right here at 11 o'clock on Sleek Radio. Of course, you're join us on various outfits. We will mention them when we return. All right, stick and stay with us.
Live from NPR News. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Libby Casey. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected President Trump's peace plan for Gaza. Netanyahu says Israeli forces will not withdraw from Gaza until Hamas disarms first. His comments yesterday came a little over a week after Trump announced that his Board of Peace had reached what he called a historic agreement. Longtime U.S. diplomat Richard Haas tells NPR that Netanyahu is focused on saving his own political future ahead of elections in October.
On one hand, his biggest claim to political power is that he has managed Israel's relationship with its most important patron, the United States. On the other hand, he's got to look independent. He's got to look strong. So I think it's a real dilemma for the prime minister. And the question for the president is how much he lets this go and how much does he pile on in frustration.
Israel still controls roughly 70% of Gaza, according to Palestinian officials and aid agencies. Wildfires have led to evacuations throughout western portions of the U.S. and in Canada. NPR's Chandelice Duster has more.
Evacuation orders have been issued across western parts of the U.S. and southwest Canada as extremely hot and dry conditions fuel the spread of wildfires in the region. In Utah, officials say close to a dozen active wildfires have scorched more than 300,000 acres as of Sunday evening. Fire officials say 2 helicopter pilots died on Friday while battling a wildfire in the state that has burned over 100,000 acres. The National Interagency Fire Center says firefighters are working to contain more than 90 large wildfires across the U.S. The center also says more than 180 new fires, including 8 large ones, have been reported nationwide since Saturday. A state of emergency has also been declared in Canada's British Columbia province, where more than 100 wildfires are burning. Chandelice Duster, NPR News.
A former gang member is going on trial today in Nevada for the 1996 murder of hip-hop icon Tupac Shakur. Steve Futterman has more from Las Vegas.
Dwayne Davis, a former influential gang member, is accused of orchestrating the killing of Shakur. Prosecutors say it was a retaliation hit 2 hours after Shakur and his entourage were in an altercation with another gang member, Orlando Anderson. The case against Davis focuses on what he himself has said previously. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
If Davis is convicted, it's likely to be based upon his own words. He wrote a memoir in 2019 that talked all about his involvement in the crime.
Davis claims his comments in the book were an embellishment to increase sales. In addition, he says he wasn't even in Las Vegas the night of the shooting. For NPR News, I'm Steve Futterman in Las Vegas.
The United Kingdom and France are bracing for a 5th heat wave of summer. Western Europe notched its highest average temperatures ever in June and July. It's NPR. Airlines are exploring how artificial intelligence could help set ticket prices by analyzing demand, available seats, and competing fares in real time. NPR's Windsor Johnston reports economists say the technology could also make airfare less transparent and harder for regulators to oversee.
Airlines have long adjusted fares as flights fill up. Carnegie Mellon economist Nico Ori says AI could process more data and change prices continuously. But it's unclear whether airline algorithms would push fares higher or lower or offer different prices to different travelers. Ori says regulation is already falling behind.
I'm pretty convinced that AI is advancing faster than consumer protection rules. And I think we don't understand many consequences of AI very well yet, in particular in kind of competitive settings.
Ori says airlines are especially complicated because prices must account for demand, connecting flights, and the number of seats still available. Windsor Johnston, NPR News.
China has evacuated more than 1.6 million people from their homes at risk from Typhoon Dolphin. Over 2,600 flights have been canceled as of this morning, and heavy rain is forecast to continue for a week. The next battlegrounds for primary fights are in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Connecticut, and Vermont, which all host elections tomorrow, and South Carolina, where there's a special primary for the GOP nomination to replace the late Senator Lindsey Graham. Progressive candidates are taking on establishment Democrats for governor in Wisconsin and U.S. Senate in Minnesota. This is NPR News in Washington.
Want to hear this podcast without sponsor breaks? Amazon Prime members can listen to NPR News Now sponsor-free through Amazon Music. Or you can also support NPR's vital journalism and get NPR Plus at plus.npr.org. That's plus.npr.org.
Host your next event at the UWI Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
It and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say me good lead, keep Jamaica clean. Beg you listen to me please. No plastic bag, no fear blowing at the breeze. No proper garbage, disposal, recycle plastic. Now make it full up in the streets. Bag it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say me good lead. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Property owners, pay your tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, listed Old Harbor and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card. And take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rotation, and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal 111 or 98431. Actions. Pay your property taxes now.
At Alliance International Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Conrad O'Brien say no more, this too much. Poverty line a long bend till he buck. Up a garden house, well, one shuffle up. Mr. Bryan, I say no more. Watch it, man. Redeem represented for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked. Information non-stop. Redeem said that.
Indeed, welcome back to your program, your mid-morning number one fix right here and Sleek Radio at the national level. One would remember some time ago, the Minister of National Security and the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, alluded to the exponential growth in the used car dealership, or in the car dealership, the motor vehicle dealership. And he also talked about the equal exponential growth within the construction sector. And he did say that they could not identify any legitimate, paraphrasing now, but it's there, we can go and research it, any legitimate things that would be driving the sector the way that they were booming. Why am I raising that? The Gleaner is carrying on its front page this morning, scammers, car wash. And it said, U.S. authorities claim Jamaicans criminal laundering ill-gotten gains through used vehicle dealers. All right? Let's go to the phone line. Hello, welcome, caller.
Yeah.
I am very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm not bad.
Oh, whoa, comrade, what going on, man?
So,
welcome.
What is driving that massive growth in what you call it now? Luxury apartment.
Well,
it's luxury apartment and townhouses. What is driving the growth?
Well, as I just said, a man from your town, from your city, your parish, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Security, he said some time ago that they could not identify what was driving the growth in the used car dealership and also in the construction sector. But here it is now. Miss Lake is coming in, so it's going to be interesting.
Most times when Dr. Chan move him out, untruthfulness. So I'm not listen to Dr. Chan.
Well, I don't know.
It's either denial or untruthfulness. Most times when he move him lips.
All right.
So I'm not listen to Dr. Chan. Last year, the leader, because how we quiet in this country, how some people conveniently quiet in other country. Last year, the leader of the operation in where in shirt, Grand Gala, they say he never
green.
The colors never represented properly in it, and he was security guard. This year, the speaker of the house, we are one big, not even when you got Kentucky Derby, the fact they're not big, so I mean, I hear nobody at all. Nobody at all. Anything else, it's only me. That is the truth. So, a lot of these noise, you know, say labor right out here, they make noise.
So what you're saying is that the criticism was against Mark because he did not have the three colors representing the flag. But this time around, this is so less wore a green dress, just green, not representing the flag. That's what you're arguing.
Them accept it because she's a labor right.
Oh.
So because she's a labor right. No. Mark weird, but it's the green never so prominent. And the black. They say my security guard and in our wear Jamaica color.
Oh, bro.
You see, but she wear one big old frock. I don't hear nothing at all. No argument at all. Yes, so that is point number one. Point number two. I hear a little thing at little jingle at the beginning. God house need to shake up. Yes, it need to shake up. Because the GLP not say nothing about it, and I don't know why they're not saying anything about it. And the PNP is not saying enough, so I don't know why the GLP not saying about it, but because it will benefit them. That and we're going to put EOJ now under the spotlight. So we are talking about scamming and corruption. But I'm not saying the people there are corrupt, but the biggest corruption entity under the quiet because of what people out here are doing. And the list, that dirty voters list, it must be cleaned up. It must, I stop short of calling corrupt, it must be cleaned up. We can't have them a dirty list that they run election on it. You understand? So if they say they can't find the money for re-verification, because we know that the excuse that they're going to use. The PNP then, in the party's interest, try and go out there and do a dry re-verification and provide the evidence to the EOJ. Because when we talk about my constituency, one little year move from 200 and odd on the list. And a year's no matter about it, to 800 and odd. There's a house there, there's a farmer worker, government worker. I mean, I'm going to say it. She passed. At 63, enumerates a fair yard alone.
Mike,
understand?
It's a very big house.
Then they took their corruption. And when Errol Miller was there, because I've been raising the point, I mean, when Kelly was MP, and we had written to Errol Miller, a letter to Errol Miller.
Professor Miller.
So I can speak of my constituency. I remember leading up to campaign start. I want to lose this election. It's not 11 though. You understand? And people call me, not my constituency now, said, listen, call your people them. A bus is coming over now. And coastal bus are coming over now. From X constituency to Y constituency. And as Mr. Me did it, and the coastal bus come because when my people now listen to me. You understand? And the coastal bus come and the people them transfer.
Let me ask you something, comrade. You know, you're obviously a supporter of the People's National Party. You think your party is a little bit tardy and a little bit lazy in really doing the hard work to ensure, because here you are complaining and you say you have brought it to their attention. You think there's a little bit of laziness and, you know, nonchalant behavior in not really looking at these stuff?
Because guess what? This is the talk, but you have to highlight it. Probably have to take them close naked and go in the arm halfway tree. Because we don't have enough people to talk. And we don't have enough people and we don't own some of these radio stations, and we don't have enough money to buy out some of these journalists. You understand? To ride argument through it. So probably we have to go in a Sham Sharp Square or halfway tree naked, make people realize and show people exactly what is happening and sit to go out there every day. Because if I know excitement, sometimes some people don't pay attention. You understand me? I remember 2007 election. My brethren called me from over there, so me look over there now. And he tell me about a special house where the false ID them comes. And when me call the person on my side, I'm telling you, don't worry yourself. You think say I see me name the thing election day, and I see you. And there was a man who gave him 25 million towards the election. And up until today, the man have him off. Because me tell himself to burn down the house. Make them burn up in them. I can't because they can't challenge me on it.
Say that, though, comrade. That's not.
No, they can't challenge me on it. And the person is financier tell him as well, say, to burn down the house. He lost the election. You understand me? He lost the election because they're not only lazy, they might play nice. If you play nice, Labour right now ain't gonna like you. And if you don't play nice, they still not going to like you. You understand? So I'm saying the EOJ, I want dinner iniquity, and it must be cleaned up.
Yeah, I disagree with you on that, comrade. That's your view. I believe there are decent people within the EOJ as it relates to the cleaning up on the list. I think that is impatient of the bill. We need to have those things
sir, I didn't say they were indecent. I said in relation to what is happening there is a den of iniquity, and you have to clean up.
Okay.
It can't stay so.
All right.
It can't. So I'm not attacking the people. I'm saying if we were election day, even the workers and everything, you see, it cannot be treated as a foregone conclusion. And it cannot and must not be. And I'm going to stay on it until I die. Because me have evidence in a Fimi constituency round there, so 200 and odd when they panelists and they move up to here, and I because when they complain about it every day, I talk parody and talk shows a laugh after me, then kind of check it. And me have evidence up to today, me have the bus and the plate number where the people just come out and transfer. So some call the top, but anyhow, I am going to stay on it. And I'm going to talk about a lot more things that I see and I hear and I know in the last election. And apartheid at EOJ and the workers and the thieving and the dishonesty. That's the word I want in the system. I'm going to stop talking about it. Have a good day, sir.
Thanks a lot. All right, so what we need a clean voters list. And we want both parties or all parties to have a fair chance going into any election. So if there are skullduggeries or anything that's going on that could impact any sides, certainly we need to have those attended to and clean up, all right? Verna Stimson is saying, good morning to you and everyone on your platform, Conrad. Good morning as well. And the person is saying, not plug in. Please listen to this interview. All right. And someone else is saying, good morning, Obi. Do you know for fact that Desmond McKenzie has gone abroad for cancer treatment? No, I did say that early in the piece. I know nothing. I have no confirmation. Said it's information that is out there, and it came to me. And a lot of persons were ringing my phone, sending me text message. I can't verify either way. But that is why we ask, and the power that be to basically issue a statement for clarity. All right, Florence Denny is saying, blessings, Conrad, blessings to you as well. Miller is saying, good morning. Why are we not hearing Desmond campaigning? I'm sorry, Damien champion the school case, all right? And he's talking about what I mentioned earlier in terms of our schools not being attended in the way that we'd want it to be attended. Repairs based on what we're hearing from the various principal, administrators, teachers, and indeed parents. The lines are open, 876-29824, and also the 4620919. My name is Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, welcome, caller.
Good morning, Conrad. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
I am a bit disappointed.
Yes.
I've heard that your program will be 2 days now. I thought you would got Friday. I am listening from the UK, and to be honest, I'm over the weekend. So now I always look forward to up to Thursday.
Indeed. All right.
It is so disappointed because I don't have a next station that I can listen to from Jamaica side.
Well, just quickly, I implore you to listen to here at Sleek. We'll have another host will be in the sorry.
Didn't even planning on calling today.
Yeah,
I was just here to.
Yeah, man. But let me say, there's a host that will be, of course, will be in the other days. And
so
I'm inviting everyone to listen to her.
Disheartening today to be.
Yes. All right, we're not. The call is dragging there, Madam Producer, not hearing him at all. Hello, call.
But okay, but I'm so disappointed.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All the best. All the best. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for calling us. My caller there, calling from the UK. All right. So let's see what will happen there. Florence Denny is saying, if our healthcare is so good, what the health minister? All right. And someone else is saying, good morning, Conrad, and your listeners. Bless up yourself, fireman. Another person saying, good morning, Conrad, and everyone. Another person saying, blessing. Joy is also saying, good morning, fireman. Gary Spence is saying, morning. Who is this now? McIntyre or Estina is saying, Andrew Holness is a number one. All right. Okay. And Allison is saying, Conrad, that is why I don't come on your live. You allow that man to jump out. Jump out in whatever, about 28 bank account, doing good, or say I'm saying that the prime minister, whoever is doing good. I don't know. I have to put the things out there. You will have your differences. You will disagree with some of the things that I said, but that's the lay of the land. This is what the program is. Summer, saying thanks, nephew, to admit that lots of your labor rights supporters are liars. All right. And another person is saying greetings to all. Julian Richard saying African, all right, and Another person, Richard's also saying, blessings, Conrad. Is it true the cost of the Grand Gala was 790 million Jamaican dollars? We're hearing those figures. We will try and get some validation to that. All right. I want to jump quickly to another message. The lines are open. We're taking your calls. It's now 24 minutes after 11 o'clock. 24 minutes after 11 o'clock right here on the big 93. All right. So again, as I said, there will be a bit of changes that will be, the program will be going, as we're saying that we are looking at how the management looking at how do we fit the Friday in, if it will be a combination with me and Gabriella, or we will alternate it. So Gabriella, what did I? All right, I'll get her name correctly. Gabriella. All right. We get it straight. I'll get the pronunciation correct as we go along. So we're looking forward to see how we navigate. And let's be open-minded. I am getting some communique. People are asking. I want to read it to you directly. What is being asked? What is being asked? All right. So here are some info. Some persons are asking. Oh, wow. All right. Asking the co-host will be a JLP person. I don't know that. I don't know politics. I must say I don't know. And even if she is a JLP person, nothing is wrong with that, because people can support a political party and bring a level of professionalism. I have my party preference, but when I sit behind the microphone here, I am basically going to give you a show. Granted, some of us are not don't know if I say capable, but some of us will not go down the middle as I do, and they will basically, because of political preference, they will just budge on one side. I am not going to do that, right? I am going to go down the middle. There is also another person saying, is Gabriella Hilton the same person who had resigned from government position during the COVID party with Minister Floyd Green? I don't know either. I really don't know if it's she. I must say I don't know. I can't answer the question. All right. The lines are open. 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824, the straight line. And indeed, on WhatsApp, we take your calls at 876-462-0919. Where are we, Madam Producer? All right. So we invited your calls. All right. Okay. I see where my JLP friend trying to get through. You have to call through to the regular calling number. It's 876-212-9824. All right, Showerman. So 876-212-9824. Okay, that's the number to call. All right. So it is indeed a pleasure being with you here on the 93. We're on the 93 FM band on the radio. We're also coming to you live via www.sleekradio. We're up on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. And of course, it's a Monday, so we are also simulcasting with our friends at fitfmja.com. Fit 96.7. They blanketed the western part of the island, so you can listen to them there. All right. So we are winding down. We are coming down to the final break. It's 11:28, and we will be taking calls. All right. So this is the number to call. The number to call straight, 876-212, pardon me, 9824. It's 876-212-9824. And indeed, You can also get us via WhatsApp at 876-462-0919. It is your program. So the United States is concerned that the United States authorities claim Jamaica's criminal laundering ill-gotten gain through used vehicle dealership. So could we see some attention brought to bear on that? Sector. Also, CCJ under scrutiny regional court urged to move on allegation of division toxic environment. And we're seeing a picture here of Justice Winston Anderson, president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ. We will delve a little bit more into that. The Observer also carrying a picture of former Prime Minister Orette Bruce Golding, bold Bruce, diaspora backs Golding for courageous stance and U.S.-Jamaican relationship. Let's go to the final break. Stay with us right here on the 93. Sleep Radio.
11:30. Host your next regional headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
It and minute every rubbish in a van. No dirty up the place, this a beauty island. So keep Jamaica. Say me good read, keep Jamaica clean. Beg you listen to me please. No plastic bag, no fear blowing on the breeze. Proper garbage, disposal, recycle plastic, now make it full up in the streets. It and minute every rubbish in a van. No dirty up the place, this a beauty island. So keep Jamaica. Say me good read. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbour and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit or credit card. And take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
This is the GOJ Minute for Monday, August 10. The government is exploring the introduction of modular semi-units across the island as an additional option to meet the housing needs of Jamaicans. Jamaica and South Africa are exploring knowledge exchange ideas on programs that expand training, improve employment prospects for young people, and support wider social and economic development. Representatives from government ministries and agencies recently met with youth leaders to discuss the youth development agenda under the 2027 to 2030 medium-term socio-economic policy framework. And a total of 140 Jamaicans will National Honors and Awards this year in recognition of their outstanding contributions to the nation across various fields. That was the GOJ Minute. For more information about these and other stories, visit jis.gov.jm.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica. At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We
Brian say no more this too much. Bentley buck up a garden house, well one shuffle up. Mr. Brian has the represented for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked. Information non-stop. Redeem say that.
Welcome back to your program all right, at the National, right here with you is truly Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. All right, so we are taking your calls right here on the program. I don't know how many of you have seen this outburst from the CEO of the Bellevue Hospital, Camille Buchanan, you know, where she is basically almost in a tantrum as to how a patient was dealt with and so on and so forth. And, you know, I think the patient in question have been her daughter. But, you know, this is something that really and truly happens across facilities because, as we understand it, there's a level of frustration and so on with healthcare workers and, you know, those kind of things. So we were very surprised we note that one with interest. All right, we continue to look at that. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, welcome, caller.
Morning, sir, Conrad.
Hey, how you doing, Corey? Corey?
Yeah, man, hear me? I'm good, man. I'm okay.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, man. You said in a program, I said that.
Corey? Corey? Hello? Yeah, Corey, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm hearing you. Recently on a program, I called in and said they don't agree with the taxi operators having a strike because taxi operators will come out when there are national issues to take action on those issues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily agree with that opinion.
I think I heard the call. I think I heard the caller, Corey, and I think it's a nonsense argument. I think it was a nonsense argument because certainly taxi operators is a constituents. They represent their constituents and deal with them. What the caller should be saying is that the general public do what they have to do and call on taxi operator for support. But to be bashing the taxi operator to say that they did not come out. The taxi operator have particular issue that impact them, and if they feel that, listen, to get the requisite attention, they have to flex their muscle, then so be it. That's what happened. When things happen, when things impacting lawyers out and deal with remember the situation with Chief Justice Brian Sykes when he was basically, it was going to be temporary. The entire judiciary, lawyers and everybody came out and so on. That's how it is. So sometimes we have to be fair. If the taxi operators indeed basically defending their constituents, so albeit, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man. And this is actually a national issue because this issue impacts everybody who has a driver.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I don't agree with the opinion of that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, you're so correct because when you talk about the demerits point, it's not just about taxi operators. It's all persons who operate a motor vehicle. Corey? Corey?
Hello?
Yeah, I lost you. You were saying it's a national matter.
It's a national matter, man. In Jamaica, especially persons in transport are struck.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all right that they also should turn out to support the.
Yes. Somebody is trying assiduously. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Corey. Hello?
A national issue, and it's worth up.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That can be suspended.
Mm-hmm. 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 Corey? Oh. Not get Corey, if you can call us back straight, it would be good. Not having difficulty with hearing Corey there. All right? We're in the final half an hour of the program. As a matter of fact, it's now 11:38. It's now 11:38. We're taking your calls as we wind down for today. We wind down for today. All right. So stay with us right here at the national level. It is your program, and we go up until 12 midday. All right. Hello.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis. How are you doing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I want to talk on the topic independence.
Go ahead, sir.
The first thing I want to say, yeah, are we really independent?
Yes, Mr. Lewis. Ooh, boy. Trying to accommodate the callers via WhatsApp, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Oh, we lost him? I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis. I gather you got disconnected by accident. Could you call back, please? He's back up?
All right. I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you.
Go ahead, Mr. Lewis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying that I don't think we are independent. But our independent country should be able to make decisions based on their own interests. Or the interests of the majority of the people. But I think we are being dictated too much. So we cannot be an independent country. Even our money right now is not even printed in Jamaica. It's printed in our foreign land. Right? The king amount
I don't think that's unique to Jamaica still, although you're making a point about Jamaica, but that's not unique to Jamaica.
I don't think our money should be printed in our foreign land. In Burkina Faso right now, France is not printing their money anymore.
Okay.
Why it should be printed in another country? But apart from that, we are dictated to left, right, and center. If they a big country wants to say dump some criminals, they can just say to us that we should do that. They give us a loan, and then we have to sign certain agreement, and they allow certain things. So they give you 1 cent, and then gain $1 million as a result.
But Mr. Lewis, what happened? And we can check the history. We can go back to the history. We can check the archives. What happened, is the level of the digression. Jamaica have digressed. In the past, we have strong leadership that really bucked the status quo, We weren't like this, There are things when
right now we are being dictated to left, right, and center. Bruce Golding gave a lovely speech.
Absolutely.
And most of it.
Absolutely, and he's right here on the front page of the Observer, where they say New York, USA, former Prime Minister, Jamaican Prime Minister Bruce Golding has earned the backing of many within the diaspora community. Here for what is being described as his bold outlook and our statement coming from on the United States. And I think I myself want to add my voice to that boldness of Bruce Golding.
You see, if we continue to say the way, there's no way we're going to make it. Even with the wage agreement now. Our money don't value nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the government is importing more than what they're exporting. Most of our manufacturing, we have to be importing things using the American dollar. That's so high. So how we compete? We just out. How we pay people higher wages? I know a guy right now. He's in England, a teacher. He used to be the top science teacher at a certain high school near Frankfurt, put it that way. And he's telling me that when he can make it 3 years, say in England, it would take him about 30 years to make it in Jamaica.
I'm going to share something with you. I know of a person, but I one person in particular. Person went abroad. A person didn't even have a green card. And the person, granted, that person may have been privileged to have, somebody who kind of steered the ship a bit. But the person went up, had a clerical job here in Jamaica, worked with government. And the person went up. And in 3 years, sir, that person was able to build out their house, do whatever, and save quite a bit of money. So it's and it was menial job. What is described as menial job she was doing in the United States. Pardon me. So that's and that's why people you argue with some people and they say, boy, them going to take a chance and run go up so. But that is it. When you have somebody who basically here, I shared experience with two young ladies, twin, right, from Central Jamaica. And they was trying their utmost best to build a kitchen and an inside bathroom for their mother, while both of them was working in Jamaica. They couldn't do it. They went to the Cayman Island, and now their mother live in one of the biggest 2-floor house in Central Jamaica. Not going to name the parish or anything, but in Central Jamaica.
You know that
and
system does not right.
And again, they are doing things like babysitting work and them sort of thing there, Cayman.
Yeah. Because you see, the capitalist system, they work it out, you know. They know that if they pay you a certain wage, there's no way you're able to be no threat to them, you know. And that's why some people take chances and do certain things when they're right. But the truth about it, the system is against the majority.
Yeah,
it's 10% at Jamaica.
Rob from
10%
have a short window.
Yeah, 10% own 65% at the wealth.
I think maybe more.
10%.
I think more than 65%. I'll check the number on that. But certainly the lion's share.
No, it's 10%, but you're going to have that, like the upper class is roughly about 1% without own a whole. So I don't know that figures right and you know.
All right, we'll check. We'll check. Rob for me, please.
Yeah, basically, you know, I just say that. I don't like to talk under pressure. So, all right, I just end you.
No problem. We'll pick up tomorrow. I just said I have some more who was trying to get in. All right? Thanks a lot.
It's okay. It's okay.
All the best. Right. All the best. Always a pleasure. Let's go to next caller. The person. Okay. All right. So we are trying to get back some of our callers there. Already. Trying to sort that. So very interesting article here on the front page. You know, it's the Golden basically gotten a lot of kudos. Seeing a picture here with Water Minister Matthew Samoda. Public funds not enough for climate resilience. Resilience, says Matthew Samoda. The article is on page 3. We can look at that. And also, hello, caller.
Good morning, Mr. O'Brien, or is near afternoon in your time?
Well, it's still morning. We don't get there until 12 o'clock.
That is good. Yes. Mr. O'Brien, is it true? Because I'm reading in the Gleaner Observer. Actually, first I found out about it in the chat, and then I checked. And then I hear you confirming that there's going to be a cut on your show for you to be on. Could you, I mean... I don't know. I think this creator.
You saw it in the Observer.
Yes. I mean, I don't understand. I heard you saying to one of our fellow.
Sorry, Curry. Where is it? On the Online Observer?
I'm reading it from first. I read about it from one of the person in the chat about the Observer. She read it in the Observer, so I went looking, and then I'm like, okay, on other sources, and then I'm listening to callers now calling in, confirming. I just confirmed. That's why I'm calling, because at first I ignored it because I said it could be just talk, but to hear you confirm that there's going to be a change to your program. No, and you're not giving much details right now because apparently you don't have full details, or this was a leak, unexpected leak. I don't understand.
No,
but I'm concerned.
It's not a leak. It was basically communicated to me. But as we
okay then. No, Mr. O'Brien, will you still have the same crew, producing crew, or will there be changes in that too?
No, man. Our producer, my producer, remain the same. She will be producing across the Miss Tanya Richards. She will be producing across both hosts.
Okay. So this Gabrielle Hilton, I guess that's the decision for the company or the CEO. But I wonder if this CEO did a survey of the colors or what's going on to make sleep radio or at the national level be this popular. Because I was reading in the chat and I share sentiments with many others in there about, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whichever 2 days you're on, we'll be on, but the other days we won't be on. I'm for that. Loyalty can hold on, Mr. O'Brien. Just a second, please.
Go ahead.
Loyalty cannot be bought. Listen to you engage in all Jamaican. It doesn't matter what political leanings they are on. I've listened to you standing on the premise of what you stand for, what you are not or you don't know about, you don't engage or you just let them have their say. The other part about it is this. When we have someone, a radio station like Sleek Radio, which honestly, I don't listen to the others. And then I found Sleek Radio and the Fireman and I started to listen. I was engaged. I am engaged. And I'm wondering, what is behind it, as you would just stated that, business is business. And we can't change the fact that business is business. But what about those days that you're not on for that other person to take those slots? Because from Monday to Thursday, that is significant right now market share for Sleek. I'm just giving my opinion, not from anybody else, just from my observation and my experience. I'm outside looking in, and I'm looking at the Sleek Radio has a market share at the national angle with you already. Now with this new person coming on, what about Friday, Saturday, or what about a different timing in the week from the same Monday to Friday or Monday to Thursday to bring another set of another angle at the national from another perspective and grab another set of market shares. You see, this is where I'm looking at that. Is somebody not doing their homework? Because when you're doing surveys and stuff like this needs to take into consideration the people that calls in and that bills the radio. Because if you don't have anybody calling in, you can't bill. An advertisement alone doesn't make it.
All right.
I'll let you talk, Mr. O'Brien.
Thanks a lot. Wait, hold on. We have another person. Hold on, Madam Producer. All right. Let me just respond quickly to what you're saying, caller. First thing to begin with, I am imploring everybody, all my listeners, all my viewers, everybody, please, stay with the station. I am viewing Miss Hilton as a colleague, a part of the family, all right? And I'm sure
she have to make her way in.
No.
She have to make her way in. We don't know.
But give her the opportunity and just maybe hold 1 second there, 1 second. Maybe sometimes how this thing work, she will basically bring some benefit. Maybe she will bring addition to my listenership. I will obviously bring some to her and so on and so forth. So let's 1,000 flowers bloom. And the good thing about it, I will be here. And there, as I said, there's also an interesting discussion as well that is basically in the embryonic stage as well, that we may very well be hosting the Friday together or so on. The discussion is happening, so it's quite fluid. And let's see how it goes. I am a little bit happy for the support and so on, but certainly one would understand the position that I'm in right here. All right. Thanks a lot. God bless you. She's gone. All right. So that's it. We look forward to the continued relationship. And again, I'm urging everybody to please give Miss Hilton the support whenever she starts and so on, and I'm urging all the persons who will be coming on, Big Beast and Miss Hilton, to basically give support to yours truly as well. So we have so it becomes a melting pot, right? A melting pot where because one other thing I enjoy the cotton thrust. So, let's see how that goes. It's coming up to the end of the program. It's 6 minutes going up to 12 o'clock. If you call quickly, we can probably take one more before we close out. And let me see if in the interim, I can look at a couple more of your messages. And I'm seeing where the whole thing has been very, very frantic. Did you identify that article, Madam Producer? Sorry? All right. Okay. Already, so we are getting there. See what's here. All right. So thanks a lot to everyone who take the time out to be with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. We know you have choices, and that's why we never ever take your listenership for granted at all. We are so delighted to have you on the program. So someone is saying Bruce Golding getting no props for what he said, as he was one of those who conspired with Seaga in the 1970s to undermine Jamaica. All right. Well, let's have gone a long time. And to be honest, to Bruce as well. Even when Bruce was in Prime Minister, Bruce was quite feisty, because I remember Bruce sitting in London being guest on, I think the program is called Political Hard Talk or Hard Talk. And when he was asked a question about homosexual and gays and lesbian and so on, he said certain not in his cabinet, was a very, very tough stand that he took there as well. So Bruce is known to basically show some backbone. So Gary Spence is saying more ad going to come from the government. All right, so let's see how that will go. We are hoping that whenever those ads are coming, we see them in parity. So let's see what's going on there. Althea Sterling is saying, what is happening? They will go back to the days when Marlon had 2 days and just replacing the host. All right, so just replacing the host. Gary is saying something they did to Ralston Hyman as well. He's talking about Ralston and RJR. All right. Kerry is saying, was the change reported in the Gleaner or Observer? To be honest with you, I haven't seen that changes, but certainly the various people that you mentioned, they are watching the media landscape, and they would basically be following things. Sleek Radio is on the agenda, as it were. All right. And Prendy is saying, I doubt this. I don't this at all, Obi. They served this. They screwed over Ralston and RJR as well. All right. And other person is saying, Joy is saying, have a wonderful day. And Tuma is also saying, if it's not you that will be on radio, no. All right. Again, I'm urging us. I know it's fresh, so maybe processing, but over time, I'm sure that the gelling will take place, and we want to have everybody. We want to have persons who support the JLP, persons who support the PNP, persons who support no P's at all, but just looking for honesty and all of those sort of things and professionalism to join us across the days that we're on. I'm hoping, I'm sure that the young lady will bring her own style and stamp of approval to the program. So let's see how that goes, before you judge somebody. let's give the person the opportunity. I don't, decisions are made at management level, and that's the lay of the land. All right, so stay with us right here on the Big 93. Thanks to all our viewers, our listeners, those of you on the 93 FM band, those of you who join us on Sleek Radio, and also those of you on the Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. Those of you who join us and Fit FM as well, want to say thanks to everyone. On behalf of my producer, Tanya Richards, Conrad O'Brien says, stick and stay with us right here and Sleek Radio. Richard Ross will be up next. Yeah, thanks to everyone. Don't be daunted. We urge you and ask for your full support across the line, myself or co-hosts who will come in. As we continue to build out the station, and I live my life a particular way, and I'm indeed happy that everything that I do is undergirded by the Almighty God Himself. So it's what it is. All right, so just be happy and indeed celebrate life. May God continue to bless you all and stay with us on the Big 93 until you join us again tomorrow. On behalf of my producer, Tanya Richards, Conrad O'Brien, the Fireman, say, stick and stay with me. God bless you all.